For today, we will be talking about mixed number and improper fraction. Mixed number and improper fractions have values more than one whole. So both of them have values more than one whole. The difference is mixed number, because it's mixed, it's composed of a whole number and a fraction. For example, 1 and 1/2. Okay? So to show this 1 and 1/2, we have 1 whole and 1/2. So 1 whole, and I just need half of this other whole, so let me just put the halves there first and then shade half of it. There you go. So that's 1 and 1/2. Now for improper fraction, these are fractions that has a numerator greater than the denominator. If you can recall, proper fractions have numerator less than the denominator. It's improper because the numerator is greater than the denominator. So let's have an example. Example would be 4/3. Okay? So as you can see here, numerator greater than the denominator. So to show that 4/3, that's 4, okay, 4/3, okay. I need 4 of the thirds. So let's count first. That's 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. I need one more third. Okay, so 1. I need one more third. So I have to shade this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4/3. So those are mixed number and improper fraction. Now let's convert mixed number into improper fraction and improper fraction to mixed numbers. So let's take this as an example. I want to turn 1 and 1/3 into an improper fraction. So for 1 and 1/3, we know that there is 1 whole and then 1/3 of a whole. So let's show that. That's 1 whole. Okay, 1 whole and then 1/3. So to show 1/3, I need to divide the whole into thirds first and shade 1/3 of it. So we now have 1 and 1/3. To turn a mixed number to an improper fraction, we have to make the whole number into a fraction that has the same denominator as the fractional part. So we basically need to turn this 1 whole into thirds. Okay? Now ask yourself, how many thirds? How many thirds are there in 1 whole? So, not actually just 1 whole, but the 1 and 1/3. Now, we turn our 1 whole into thirds first. So, there will be 1, 2, 3/3. Therefore, our 1 whole became 3/3. But let us not forget that we also have 1/3 here. Therefore, 1 and 1/3 is equal to 4/3. Let's try another one. What if I want to turn 2 and 3/5 into an improper fraction. So once again, you have to ask yourself, how many fifths are there in 2 and 3/5? So to answer that, we have to turn our whole number, which is 2, into the same denominator as the fractional part 3/5. So we basically turn our whole number into fifths. So let's have this one first. 2 wholes and 3/5. So fifths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So we already represented 2 wholes and 3/5. Let us now turn our whole number into fifths this time. So 1, 4, 5, and then another one. Now that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/5 here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/5 also here. And let us not forget that we also have 3/5 down here. Therefore, our 2 wholes became 5/5 plus 5/5 plus 3/5, which is now equal to 13/5. So 2 wholes and 3/5 is equal to 13/5. Alright, let's now proceed to turning an improper fraction into a mixed number. So let's start with this example. I want to turn 4/3 into a mixed number. So to do that, let us show first how 4/3 look like. So first 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 4/3, meaning I need to shade 4 thirds. Okay, that would now be 1, 2, 3, 4/3. Now, just by simply looking at our fraction right here, the 3/3, okay, the 3/3 became 1 whole, right? So our 4/3 became 3/3 plus 1/3, which is now equal to 1 and 1/3. Now let's try another one. What if I want to turn, say, 8/5? Okay, 8/5 into a mixed number. Let's show that first. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/5. That's already 5/5. We need 3 more fifths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's shade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/5. 6, 7, 8/5. Alright, so here in this fraction, we were able to shade 3/5, and just by looking at it, the 8/5 now became 5/5 plus 3/5, which is now equal to 1 and 3/5. Alright, so this is how you turn an improper fraction into a mixed number using visualizing or using this fraction bars. Okay, I hope this helps you understand how to convert mixed numbers to improper fraction and improper fraction into mixed numbers. So see you again for another video next time.